Well, hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Weather finally broke. We are headed out here to tackle this Captiva and see if we can find out this fuel pressure issue. Real bright. All right, today, I can find a place to block is. There we go. We're replacing this fuel pump right here. I'm gonna check about this rod that's supposed to be behind there. Then fire it up and see what happens. Like I said, we're gonna put the old fuel pump back on it and see if we got the same issue. All right, give me a minute, round up some tools. All right, so here's our fuel pump. We gotta unhook this line. There's a 10mm little nut down here. We just got to get this cover off. We'll get down to that fuel pump. Maybe. There's one. And there's two bolts on this side. If I remember right, it's been a while since I've had this thing apart. That might take a few minutes there. Let me get this one out here, man. It's being a pain. All right, got her out. Now we got to take this cover here off. Scoot it down out the way. This insulator here comes off. This. All right, then we got this fuel line. Looks like there's a fuel line right here, and these two bolts. And we're ready to take that pump out and see what's going on in there. All right, let's get our fuel line off. Now, the bottom fuel line that goes into the fuel rail. Well, we hope. That's a 17mm right there. There it is. All right, hang on, we got two bolts to go. All right, we got our nuts all broke loose here, are bolts. If I remember right, these things are long as crap. There's one. What do I do with my hand? Let's see if we can't get this off here. Then I gotta stop for a minute, look down in there and see if I can find where that little rod's at, or if we can even get it out there. There's all there is to it, man, right there. That's it. All right. Let me regroup here and get a light or something. Maybe I can't even see down in there. Let me fiddle around with this minute and see if I can get that little. There's a rod in here supposedly that rides on that cam. It pumps that pump. Need to make sure that thing's actually moving free. Then we can put that other one back on there and button all this back up and fire it up and see what it does. Hang on. Can't really see what's going on in there, but this is a little cup. You can see where the pump's been riding, all right? That spring on that pump goes in this little socket, and that socket's supposed to move back and forth. When we turn the motor, it's not moving. And we put pliers in here. There's a couple of holes where you can get a hold of it in there with a pair of pliers. And that thing is not budging one bit. You can see the holes there, 1, 2. But I watched a video with a guy replacing the pump, and he just threw his finger in there and pulled that thing out. But this one is froze solid in there. So now we're in the middle of trying to figure out how to get that thing loose. Because there's a cap over the back of the cam, but you take it off, there's no room to get in there and do anything, any prying. So I guess we're just gonna sit here and play with this thing until maybe it'll break loose, and you would think the cam pushed it out, you know, or maybe it ain't back against the cam and it's froze up in there. But then in that case, you would think the pump would at least have enough pressure to push it back. I don't know. That's where we're at. Hang on, we'll get back to it here in a second. We're gonna try to take this cap off and back this cam and see if, I don't know, see if we can see anything. I don't know, it's kind of hard to do with the battery, everything sitting right here. You ain't got but maybe 4 or 5 inches you can do anything with there. Don't worry about taking that back cover there off. You can't see nothing in there. So I sprayed a little carburetor cleaner down in that hole, everywhere I could find to spray it. We'll have to change the oil anyway on it. So I don't know how we're supposed to get that loose, and I still don't understand, you know, once it's stuck in the middle of a travel, or, you know, and the cam shaft just barely tapping that thing, and it just ain't moving out far enough or something. I took a hammer and an extension and just tapped on it a little bit. I'm afraid to hit it real hard, but it felt like it was hitting solid against, you know, the cam lobe. So anyway, that's where we're at, and we're gonna keep just spraying stuff and grabbing hold of it with pliers and trying to figure something out. Hang on. All right, guys, we got that little plunger moving a little bit. It ain't moving a whole bunch, and you ain't getting that thing out of there with a pair of pliers. So I don't know. We sprayed everything we could think of down there, took a little propane torch, heated that thing up, and it still, I mean, it got loose, but not like you can move it in and out by hand. So now we're putting the, sorry about the sun, we're putting the old fuel pump back on there and start it up and see what kind of engine codes we get. Hang on. This might be a couple minutes because that fuel line into that fuel rail is kind of a pain in the butt. All right. Well, let's see if we can get this up on there. There it went. Not too bad. They done a pretty good job of configuring that gas line. It's got a, no, it's a 17. It's got a little ball. No, 17. There's it right there. There you go. But it's just like a little round ball, so no matter how it goes up in there, man, it's gonna seal. So there's that. Let's do this. Got that back on. Let's put our insulation back on. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Just put you right back. Yo, I don't know why it's not gripping the phone. But there we go. There we go. Well, I thought. Evidently not. Where's my stud down there? Reverse of putting it on, right? And that one down there is a pain in the butt. All right, hang on. Let me get all these bolts. All right, finally got that darn thing in there. Let's see if I can get on this one, tighten it down. There it is. Electrical connection. She's done there. All right. All right. We're gonna stick this back on there, man, just so it don't throw no engine codes. Just loosely stick it on here. So that should, to keep it from throwing any error codes or anything like that. Now, give us a minute. We're gonna start this thing up and see what happens. All right, guys, old pump back in. We've had the battery unhooked for ever since the storm hit. Grounded out the cables, trying to dissipate all the electric in the system. Let's fire it up and see what she throws this time.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah. Me and him's about tired of messing with this thing. Really smooth silk. I got that dog crack. Took a little while to get this thing started, so it's got the codes in there for the old crank time and all that stuff. So what we're gonna do now is let it warm up a little bit, get the fuel pressure equalized and stuff again. And we'll put them codes fired up and see what it does. All right, guys, getting ready to replace some codes here. We got low power mode, check engine light, if you can see that. Stable track and traction control. Of course, I know it's got a low tire and I ain't got my seatbelt on, but that's what it's doing right now. And it's like every time you fire it up, but right now she's running fine. This is just the problem again. So we're gonna erase these codes, fire it back up, and see what happens. Starting it right back up. Everything's still back on. Let's try her one more time. All right, we've done it again. No codes. Everything's looking good so far. Well, let's let her sit here and run for a little bit and see what happens. There you go. This is how she's sounding now. Been running for about 30 minutes. Let's see. Chest, well, she's running a little hot, but here we are again. Where we at? Low power mode. Check engine light. Service stable track. Light back on for that. Let's see. We'll give her a little bit of gas, see what happens. That's it. That's to the floor. Well, guys, that was an exercise in futility, huh? First fired it up, man. Trouble codes, cleared them, fired it back up, nothing happened. Sat there about 30 minutes, went back to its old thing. Still getting the same two codes, P228C, P0228C, P0171, you know, same stuff. So now I'm in a conundrum. Everything's leading me back to that high pressure sensor in the bottom of the fuel rail. That thing is $100, like I said before. Code reader is about $300 to get live data so we can check that stuff. And Lars said he split one with me, so we both have one.
Very nice.
So, you know, do I buy that and check this stuff out and get to the bottom of it before I unleash the parts cannon? Or do I spend the $100, take that on there, and it still don't work, and right back in the same place? I don't know. I'll find out at some point this week what I'm going to do.
You got to figure something out.
Yeah. But there you go. Hope somebody got something out of, you know, at least how to change that fuel pump and stuff like that. We never did get that little cup in there moving like it should, but, you know, we watched a video of a guy that just reached in, took his finger and pulled that thing out, and That one ain't coming out of there like that, people. I'm telling you that right now.
No.
So anyway,
Anywhere, anyway.
there's what's going on. Hope y'all having a good night. Like I said, I hope somebody got something out of this and may help you out somewhere down the road. Still the fuel pressure problems. We'll get to the bottom of it one way or another. What can it cost? Another $10,000 maybe? You know, who knows? It's a fuel injected piece of junk.
Steer clear.
Yeah. 2.4 ecotecs. Don't buy them. If you got one, get rid of it. The only reason I'm working on this one is it's decent content for the channel. Or I'd have done got rid of it. Anyway, hope things are going good in your world, good in your life, and things are treating you right. We'll see you on the next one. Don't know what I'm going to do. If I find out something between now and Wednesday, man, I'll throw up a video, man. Well, I decided I'm going to buy that, or if we buy one, you know, kind of show that off a little bit, because we'll be a high-tech shop then, man, even if we are still in the backyard. Y'all take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Have a good one, y'all.